Hi everybody. Okay, it's time for our first handwriting lesson and we're going to work on lowercase c. Lowercase c. And we've talked already in another lesson about what magic C letters look like, so I think you'll be pretty good at this. And if you'll notice, there's no pigeon back there. I'm not at my house. I'm babysitting while my grandchildren take a nap. So there's still some animals back there, but just not my favorite pigeon. Okay, here we go on Magic C. Practice pages for handwriting will always look like this one with the letter printed on it. Uppercase letters are on the top and then lowercase are on the second two lines. Notice there's a place at the top that says N-A-M-E. That is where you should always write your name. The other supplies you will use are a plastic mesh that we call a screen, a green crayon, and a pencil. Let's watch Letter School for a quick review of the right way to print the letter C. So, to practice the letter C, you're going to put the screen on your table, and then you will get a paper that looks like this from your teacher. Now, these are the uppercase letters. Do you see how they're not even in the house? Because uppercase letters are always bigger than the house. So they go outside of the house and they're always big. We are not going to look at those right now. We're going to come down here to the lowercase. So lowercase c lives on the first floor. So all of the lowercase c's will be in this space right here. So you want to make sure that the screen is under the house where that C lives. And then you're going to take your green crayon and taking your time and going slowly, you are going to trace that C. And it's going to be very bouncy on that screen. And then you're going to trace it again. And then you're going to do it one more time. Then you're going to put your crayon down and use your finger. And you're going to trace one. My crayon wants to come over beside me. 2, 3 times with your finger. And what the screen does is it kind of makes that crayon bumpy, and you can feel the bumps. I can really feel these bumps over on this side. So it helps your finger feel the way to make a magic C. Then you're going to take your green crayon, and there's dotted C's. You're going to trace 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's bumpy, and you really have to control where your crayon is going because of those bumps. You really have to be the boss of your muscles. Then you're going to take the screen away. So the screen goes away. Now it's nice and smooth. Now we're always going to work in sets of 3. And I love to say the letter that I'm making. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to print and say Magic C. Then I'm going to leave a little bit of a space and I'm going to say Magic C. Magic C. How many did I do? I did 3 more. So always work in sets of 3. Now let's do one more set of 3. Are you ready? Magic C, Magic C, Magic C. And I'm being careful to fill up the downstairs space, touching this ceiling and touching the floor in the downstairs on that first floor. Now, what you want to do when you're all done is look at the ones that you did with no screen. Which one is your best one? You get to be the judge. Now, I'm noticing on this one, I didn't quite make it up to the ceiling. So that would not be my favorite one. This one is a little flat right there. But I really like my last one. I really think that one's nice and round. It touches the ceiling, it touches the floor. So I am going to circle that one. And I only have a green crayon with me, but if I were at school and I had a purple crayon, my favorite color, I would circle, making an awesome circle that starts with the magic C and I close it up. That is my favorite, my best one. And then we're going to practice just a little bit more. We're going to work in sets of 3. So we're going to do 3 more. And this time I'm going to switch to a pencil. Okay, so on my last practice row, I'm going to use my pencil. And I'm going to pay attention to how I hold it. I want my fingers to kind of be close to where my pencil is sharpened, where the wood meets the yellow paint on this one. And I'm going to put my hand down on the paper and use my fingers to move the pencil. So if I want to practice, I could actually trace this one again. Okay, now I'm ready for my 3. Remember, we're going to do it in sets of 3, and we're going to say what we're doing. So I'm going to say Magic C, Magic C, Magic C. Now I'm going to do something on purpose. See how I didn't go all the way down to the floor? But I am not going to erase it. What I'm going to do is think, oh, I forgot. That one didn't touch the floor. This one didn't quite touch the floor or the ceiling. This one didn't even touch the ceiling, really. So I have to pay better attention. I need to make sure I'm touching the ceiling and the floor. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to do 3 in a row. Magic C, and I'm going to think about floor and ceiling. Oh, that was better. Magic C. Hit the ceiling, hit the floor. There we go. Magic C. Now that was 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to stop. You never want to be in a hurry when you're doing your handwriting homework. You want to take a deep breath and take your time and enjoy it. Now, do you see how these 3, they're better than these 3, better quality? Because I learned from these what to do different. Now I'm going to do one more set. Magic C, Magic C, Magic C. Now I practiced 3 times and I did 1, 2, 3 letters, 1, 2, 3 letters, 1, 2, 3 letters. So I did 3 letters 3 times, and that's what you should do when you practice. I took my time and I tried to learn what I wanted to do differently. Now I'm going to do the same thing again and circle the letter C that I think is the best. If I was at school and I had a favorite crayon, I would do that. I like green, so I'm going to use my green one. And as I look at these, I wouldn't circle any of these. I like these, but I really like that one. Somehow it looks a little more round than the other ones, so I'm going to circle that one. And did you see how my circle was a magic C and I closed it up because that's how you make a circle. So there you go. That's how you're going to do your C work at school.